One Saturday morning I was speaking to Casey and Ben about a dream I had the night before, and I want to share it with you. Imagine a 20-foot by 20-foot room with 6 or 7 beds in it, each separated by hospital-style curtains hanging from the ceiling. There were 6 people, each lying in a bed. As I walked in, the air was stale, thick with the distinct smells of a rest home or long-term care facility. You know what I mean. After breakfast, I'll spare you the particulars and particulates. Anyway, I found myself wondering about those people. And who were they? Just as I turned to leave, another thought stopped me cold. What if it were me? What if it were you? That question struck deep. Who would come visit? Would anyone take time out of their day to stop by, to spend even 5 minutes with someone in that condition? Being alone is already heavy, but to be alone with no remedy in sight, that's a burden few should bear. That dream reminded me of a profound truth. We are called to care, to have compassion, to see people. Jesus did. He didn't just heal the sick. He spent time with them. He noticed the lonely. He dined with outcasts. He offered presence and hope. Matthew chapter 25 verse 40 says, "Surely I say to you, inasmuch as you did it to the one of these, the least of my brethren, you did it to me." And Isaiah 58:10 says, "If you extend your soul to the hungry and satisfy the afflicted soul, then your light shall dawn in the darkness." It's so easy to get caught up in our lives and miss the suffering right around us. The elderly in care homes, the homeless on the street, even our own family members who feel invisible. But we're called to extend the same compassion Christ extended to us. In Philippians chapter 2 verse 4 it says, "Let each of you look out not only for his own interests, but also for the interests of others." See, sometimes it's a visit. Sometimes it's a listening ear or a word of encouragement. But always it's an opportunity to love. And even more important than kindness is the gospel. The greatest gift we can give anyone is the good news of Jesus Christ. What if those 6 people in that dream weren't just physically alone, but spiritually lost? Who would tell them? Who will share hope beyond this life? Romans chapter 10 verse 14 says, "How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard?" This dream is a wake-up call. Let's open our eyes. Let's open our hearts to the suffering, to the lonely, to the spiritually adrift. Let's show compassion. Let's care. And let's be bold in sharing the gospel. Because we may never see the impact of our kindness or our conversation, but God sees. And he reaches people through the simple obedience of our lives. So be encouraged today. Reach out. And as Romans 12:2 reminds us, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Men and ladies, meet people where they're at. Pray unceasingly Bring light into the dark places. Let God use you. And may we never forget the words of 1 Corinthians 15:58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be steadfast, immovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, knowing that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. You were made for more than comfort. You were made to carry Christ to a hurting world. Let's go.